A group of atheists recently went on a journey to Israel. They were curious about the Christian beliefs that have shaped the lives of believers for centuries. But what they found there amazed the whole world. Christians and non-Christians alike are now questioning whether everything in the Holy Bible is true. So, are the stories in the Bible really accurate? Today we're going to dive into this video to find out the surprising discovery that could change Christianity as we know it. A group of atheists decided to go on a journey to find out why Christians believe in certain things so strongly. They wanted to know why these beliefs have been important for so many people for so long. They visited different places and saw things they didn't know existed during their journey. They were searching for more information. Eventually, they found something significant in Jerusalem that Christians highly value: the Pool of Siloam. Significance of the Pool of Siloam. The Pool of Siloam is a special place for Christians. According to the book of John, it's where Jesus healed a blind man. Jesus made clay with his spit, put it on the man's eyes, and told him to wash it off in the pool. Miraculously, the blind man regained his sight. Because of this event, Christians worldwide come to the pool to pray, meditate, and seek answers to their problems. The pool is located at the southern end of the city of David. It's fed by the Gihon Spring, which flows through the Siloam Tunnel, also known as Hezekiah's Tunnel. Historically, the pool was the starting point for pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem yearly. In the past, people used the Pool of Siloam for ritual purification before going to the temple's inner chamber to make offerings. It's believed that King Hezekiah built the pool around the 8th century BC to provide clean water to the people of Jerusalem and to prevent the Assyrian army from accessing water when they laid siege to the city. Hezekiah sealed off the Gihon Spring to punish the Assyrians. History of Pool of Siloam. During the Second Temple, the Pool of Siloam was situated in the Jerusalem suburb known as Acra, or the Lower City. It was central to this area. Today, the Pool of Siloam is the lowest point in altitude within the historical boundaries of Jerusalem, sitting at around 625 meters, 2,051 feet, above sea level. The journey from the pool to the Temple Mount involved a significant ascent, spanning about 634 meters, 2,080 feet, in linear distance with an elevation gain of 115 meters, 377 feet. The Temple Mount itself had an average elevation of 740 meters, 2,430 feet above sea level. According to the Jerusalem Talmud, Haggadah, pilgrims would start their annual journey to Jerusalem from the Pool of Siloam. From there, they would ascend on foot to the inner court of the Temple Mount to offer their gifts at the temple court. The Pool of Siloam held importance for pilgrims who used it for ritual purification before entering the temple enclosure. This cleansing ritual was essential to their preparation before presenting offerings at the temple. Construction and strategic purpose. The Pool of Siloam was constructed during the reign of Hezekiah, who reigned from 715 to 687 BCE. Its purpose was strategic, to prevent besieging armies from accessing the spring's waters. To achieve this, Hezekiah supplied the pool with water from the newly built Siloam Tunnel. Before the construction of the Siloam Tunnel, an older Canaanite tunnel existed, but it was susceptible to attacks. When threatened by the Assyrian king Sennacherib, Hezekiah took action. He sealed off the old outlet of the Gihon Spring and replaced the vulnerable tunnel with the new underground Siloam Tunnel. This defensive measure ensured the city's water supply remained secure during times of conflict. During this era, the Pool of Siloam was also referred to as the Lower Pool, as mentioned in the book of Isaiah. This distinguished it from the older Upper Pool, which was supplied by the ancient Canaanite tunnel. The naming helped differentiate between the two pools and their respective sources of water. The Pool of Siloam underwent reconstruction no earlier than the reign of Alexander Jannaeus, who ruled from 103 to 76 BCE. Whether this reconstructed pool was in the same location as Hezekiah's earlier pool is uncertain. If it was, any remnants of the original construction have since vanished. Despite these changes, the pool remained in use during the time of Jesus. According to the Gospel of John, Jesus instructed a man who had been blind from birth to go to the pool for his healing. This indicates the pool's continued importance as a site for miraculous events. As a freshwater reservoir, the pool would have been a significant gathering place for Jews undertaking religious pilgrimages to the city. Scholars have debated the pool's purpose and usage. Some suggest that it may have been used as a mikveh or ritual bath, influenced by Jesus' command for the blind man to wash in it. However, mikvahs are typically smaller in size, and if the pool served this purpose, it would be unusually large. An alternative proposal by Yoel Elitzur suggests that the pool may have been used for swimming rather than ritual immersion, highlighting the ongoing scholarly discussions surrounding its function. After the First Jewish-Roman War in 70 CE, the Pool of Siloam met its demise. Evidence of its destruction comes from coins discovered on the patio stones near the pool's northern side. These coins, dating back to the time of the Great Revolt, provide insight into the timing of the pool's demise. The most recent coin found was dated 4 years to the day of the Great Revolt, indicating the year 69 CE. In the years following its destruction, natural processes played a role in concealing the pool. Winter rains carried sediment from the hills down to the valley and slopes of Mount Zion, west of the pool's location. Over time, these sediment deposits, some reaching up to 4 meters in thickness in certain areas, gradually filled the pool with layers of silt until it was completely covered. This natural process contributed to the pool's eventual burial and obscurity. During the late Byzantine period, Roman sources mention a shrine of the 4 nymphs, Tetranymphon, believed to have been built by Emperor Hadrian around AD 135 during the construction of Aelia Capitolina. This shrine, also mentioned in Byzantine works like the Chronicon Paschale from the 7th century, resembled other nymphaea built by Hadrian in places like Sagalassos. While it's unlikely that the shrine of the 4 nymphs was situated on the exact site of the Second Temple Pool of Siloam, it may have served as a precursor to later Byzantine reconstructions. Construction of a new pool. In the 5th century, Empress Aelia Eudocia of the Byzantine Empire commissioned the construction of a new pool at the end of the Siloam Tunnel. This pool, which still exists today, is enclosed by a high stone wall with an arched entrance leading to Hezekiah's Tunnel. Located approximately 70 yards, 64 meters, from the Second Temple Pool of Siloam, it is notably smaller in size. Before the discovery of the Second Temple Pool, this pool was incorrectly believed to be the one described in both the New Testament and Second Temple sources. What does Siloam Pool look like today? The Pool of Siloam has recently been a gathering place for Christians, although only parts of it were accessible to the public. However, the Israeli Antiquities Authority, IAA, made an exciting announcement. They revealed plans for the pool to undergo its first ever full excavation in modern history. The IAA also announced that visitors would be allowed to watch the excavation during its initial stages. This excavation promises to uncover more about the historical and religious significance of the pool, shedding light on its importance to both ancient and modern communities. In the upcoming month, the Pool of Siloam will be accessible to tourists, allowing visitors to explore its historical significance. The excavation project is situated within the Jerusalem Walls National Park and will be financially supported by the City of David Foundation, CDF. The CDF organization promotes education, tourism, and archaeological discoveries in East Jerusalem. Its primary objective is to raise awareness of Jewish culture and heritage in areas predominantly inhabited by Palestinians. According to the CDF, the excavation site of the pool will be connected with the Pilgrimage Road. This road holds immense historical importance, as it was the route millions of Jewish people took during the 1st century AD to reach the temple, following the command to worship Israel's God. Also, it's important to note that the Pilgrimage Road was primarily traversed by able-bodied individuals. Jewish males used this path to travel to the temple during the 3 high holidays of the Jewish year, where they presented their offerings. These holidays include Passover in the spring, Shavuot, also known as Weeks or Pentecost, 5 days later, and the Feast of Booths or Tabernacles in the fall. Discovery in the 21st century. In the autumn of 2004, the Pool of Siloam was unexpectedly rediscovered during excavation work for a sewer. Workers from the Ir David Foundation, guided by archaeologists Eli Shukron and Ori Orbash from the Israel Nature and Parks Authority, made the discovery. Upon uncovering stone steps, archaeologists Eli Shukron and Ronnie Reich, working with the Israel Antiquities Authority, suspected that these steps might belong to the Second Temple period pool. Further excavations were conducted, confirming this initial belief. The find was officially announced on August 9, 2005, garnering significant international media coverage. The excavations revealed that the pool was 225 feet, 69 meters wide, with steps present on at least 3 sides. Despite the initial discovery, a portion of the pool remained unexcavated nearly 2 decades later. This was due to the land above the pool being owned by a nearby Greek Orthodox church and occupied by an orchard known as the King's Garden. Moreover, during these excavations, the ancient road, consisting of large 25 feet wide stone paving slabs, was rediscovered in 2004 following a sewage pipe burst in the Siloam neighborhood of East Jerusalem. Archaeologists Eli Shukran and Ronnie Reich began excavating the site, uncovering steps and making it accessible to tourists. One might wonder about the fate of the modern buildings in the area. According to Ari Levy, the excavation director, the road extends about 0.3728 miles. He highlighted the challenge posed by the living nature of Jerusalem. All the archaeological layers are stacked upon one another, with modern quarters and structures built atop the ancient remnants. In an interview, Levy emphasized the complexity of Jerusalem's layout. The coexistence of modern infrastructure with ancient archaeological layers presents a unique challenge. As the city evolves, preserving its rich historical heritage while accommodating modern needs becomes increasingly important. During the excavation process, engineers faced the challenge of ensuring the stability of the modern neighborhood situated above the archaeological site. To prevent any risk of collapse, an arch-like construction method was employed. This involved placing support structures to bear the weight of the neighborhood above as soil was removed and replaced during excavation. At a certain point, residents of the modern buildings above the excavation site raised concerns about the safety of their homes. They feared potential damage or collapse due to the ongoing excavation beneath them. However, the Israeli Supreme Court dismissed their claims, stating that the excavation was being conducted under the strict supervision of experienced engineers. To address the concerns raised by residents, workers were required to dig beneath the Siloam neighborhood while reinforcing the ceiling above with steel support beams. This ensured the stability of the structures above the excavation site. Simultaneously, workers dug horizontally in a tunnel-like fashion under the modern houses built by the people of Siloam, allowing for the proper revelation of the archaeological features below. These measures were crucial in balancing the preservation of the archaeological site with the safety of the modern neighborhood. In 2023, additional excavations directed by Nahshon Zanton of the Israel Antiquities Authority revealed the previously unexcavated portion of the Pool of Siloam. The pool is not a perfect rectangle, but rather a soft trapezoid in shape. It features 3 sets of 5 steps, with 2 sets leading to a platform before reaching the bottom. Scholars suggest that these steps were designed to accommodate various water levels over time. The pool's lining is made of stone, but evidence indicates that an earlier version was simply plastered to retain water. Coins dating back to the reign of Alexander Jannaeus were found embedded in the plaster lining, providing a secure earliest date for the pool's construction or reconstruction. This proves that the pool underwent significant modifications over time, reflecting its importance and continuous use throughout history. Joy of Christians. Christians worldwide are eagerly anticipating these findings, which hold significant biblical importance. The City of David Foundation is delighted to be fully engaged in bringing these discoveries to light, allowing this generation to read from the Bible and believe in its historical accuracy. Despite facing various difficulties, the City of David Foundation is thrilled to have successfully navigated through them. The excavation of the pilgrimage road posed particular challenges, as it was conducted beneath modern buildings. However, the foundation persevered, ensuring that the excavation proceeded smoothly. Lawrence Spielman, the City of David Foundation's vice president, described the pilgrimage road's discovery as an extraordinary scientific accomplishment of biblical proportions. Unlike typical archaeological digs that start from the ground, this excavation was conducted subterraneously beneath the bustling streets of modern Jerusalem. The excavation process benefited from advanced technology, with dozens of fiber optic cable cameras installed to guide the digging process. Additionally, maps and diagrams created by archaeologists over the past century proved invaluable in navigating through the excavation. This combination of modern tools and historical knowledge facilitated the successful uncovering of this significant archaeological site. Another discovery: the Siloam Inscription. Another remarkable discovery associated with the Pool of Siloam is the famous Siloam Inscription. This inscription was intricately carved on the wall inside the water tunnel that leads to the pool. Discovered as far back as 1880, the inscription holds historical significance. It documents the construction of the tunnel, revealing that it was built by digging from opposite ends and meeting in the middle. This method of construction demonstrates advanced engineering techniques used during ancient times. The inscription is currently housed in the Istanbul Archaeological Museum in Turkey. It serves as a tangible link to the past, providing insights into the engineering marvels of antiquity. In addition to the Siloam inscription, a tablet bearing the name of King Hezekiah was found in 2007 by a team of archaeologists led by Eli Shukron. The inscription was studied by scholars such as Shukron and Gershon Galil, further enriching our understanding of the historical context surrounding the Pool of Siloam and its significance in ancient Judean history. And they further summarized that the inscription also shows the first 17 years of King Hezekiah's reign, highlighting his accomplishments, including the tunnel's construction. Professor Galil emphasizes that these discoveries support the authenticity of biblical accounts found in the Book of Kings, suggesting they are based on real historical events rather than mere imagination. Excavations at the Pool of Siloam have uncovered significant details about its structure and development. As we have said, the pool measures approximately 225 feet wide, with steps on 3 sides where pilgrims would sit to immerse themselves in the water. Over time, the pool underwent several stages of development, with estimates suggesting it may have been as deep as 5 cubits and adorned with inlaid flagstones. Part of the excavation process encountered challenges due to the location of the terraced olive grove owned by a Greek patriarchate and rented to a Palestinian family. This area was slated for excavation, adding complexity to the process. Overcoming these challenges required careful coordination and negotiation with relevant parties involved in the ownership and management of the land. Political challenges and accusations. The excavation and merging process faced significant political challenges due to the location of territories within the current borders of the Palestinian village of Silwan, which is home to about 40,000 people. Palestinian officials accuse Israel and U.S. officials of attempting to assert control over Jerusalem, particularly the east part of the site, which Israel captured in 1967 and later annexed. Palestinians claim this area as the capital of a future Palestinian state, arguing that Jews have neither historical nor religious claims to the region. Amidst these tensions, there are differing perspectives on the significance of the discoveries. Orthodox Jew Friedman asserts that the existence of the pilgrimage road aligns with evidence from science and archaeological studies, which are well known to this generation. However, PLO Secretary General Cybercat refers to the entire excavation project, including the Pilgrim's Road and the Pool of Siloam, as a settlement project based on lies that are disconnected from history. The permanent observer mission of the State of Palestine to the United Nations goes further, condemning the excavation project as an illegal act in occupied territory. In the words of the Palestinian observer, the officials involved in the excavation project, particularly those on the right wing, are accused of engaging in deplorable actions that contravene international law and disregard Palestinian rights and sovereignty. The Israeli government, accompanied by U.S. officials, has been accused of engaging in illegal activities in occupied territory. Palestinians and Muslim authorities have long suspected Israeli intentions to assert territorial claims under the guise of religious significance. An incident in 1981, following the release of Raiders of the Lost Ark, heightened these suspicions. Israeli authorities, believing the Ark of the Covenant was beneath the Dome of the Rock, encountered a Crusader-era wall, leading to concerns among Muslim authorities. However, Prime Minister Menachem Begin swiftly ordered the area sealed, mitigating potential religious tensions. Despite the Prime Minister's action, Palestinian and Muslim authorities remain wary of Israeli intentions, viewing archaeological endeavors as politically motivated. Israel's expertise in archaeology, coupled with its control over excavation permits in Jerusalem, reinforces these suspicions. However, the City of David Foundation asserts its mission to illuminate biblical history, emphasizing its cultural and historical significance for centuries. Cultural and historical significance. The excavation project has garnered widespread interest and joy among archaeologists and history enthusiasts alike. The discoveries at the Pool of Siloam and City of David National Park are hailed as significant, with Jerusalem Mayor Moshe Leon affirming its status as a historical and international landmark. Plans to fully excavate and open the site to millions of visitors demonstrate its potential impact on tourism and historical education. The influx of visitors, expected to increase with the launch of a cable car, reflects the global fascination with these discoveries. They reinforce the authenticity of biblical narratives and impact the lives of both Christians and non-Christians. Lawrence Spielman emphasizes the magnitude of these findings, recognizing their rarity and profound significance in understanding ancient civilizations. As such, the excavation project holds promise for enriching cultural understanding and historical appreciation for generations to come. So what do you think of the discovery of the Pool of Siloam? Comment below and subscribe for more.